Hi everyone, my name is Manasa. I recently started working at Uber, and last week I made a LinkedIn post about it, and I got so many DMs asking for my interview experience and any advice that I had for them. So I thought instead of replying to each and every one of them, I can come over here and share my experience. I hope this helps you. And just a disclaimer, this is just my opinion and experience, and it doesn't have anything to do with Uber. Kindly fact check everything that I say here is available on Uber's official page, and you can double check, fact check, whatever. Okay, let's just dive in. So the first step is applying. After I applied, I think within 1 week I got a OA. This was general code signal OA. I was able to solve 3.5 problems. Let's talk about code signal. So code signal usually has 4 questions. First one is easy, second one is medium, third one is hard, and fourth one is medium. So this is the general pattern that they follow and that I have observed. They track the number of minutes that you spend on each problem along with the correctness of the test cases, like along with how many test cases pass. So, two things here. First thing is try to solve first problem in less than 5 minutes, second problem in less than 10 minutes, fourth problem in less than 20 minutes, and the remaining of the time you can allocate for third problem. So this is like ideal situation. It doesn't have to be like that. This I would follow for every problem, where I would read the question, understand the question, and switch to third problem on code signal. And while code signal is thinking that I'm spending time on the third question, I'm solving the first question, and once I have arrived at a solution, I will go to the first question, type it out, and run and submit. I will do the same for second and fourth problem, and third problem is usually hard. I think one thing that helped me with code signal is I was able to solve first, second, third completely, and fourth I was able to solve half. So I think that's why I got a better score, because third problem usually has higher weightage, and I was able to get more points in third problem, and I don't know why I was not able to solve fourth problem fully. So that was about online assessment round. Moving on, once I submitted my code signal assessment, so first thing is code signal is proctored, and after I submit, they will generate a score for me, and they will send that score to Uber. Uber then sent me an invite link for the next round. So this round was screening round, which means everyone who clears the OA will proceed to this round. It is a 1 hour coding interview, pure technical, only lead code, nothing else. And first 5 minutes went with introductions. The remaining time was coding problem. I was asked arrays and two pointers approach problem. So this was basically elimination round. If anyone who clears this round will move on to virtual on-site round. In virtual on-site round, we had 3 back-to-back interviews. First one was technical interview, second one was supposed to be low-level design interview, but since mine was new grad position, it was converted to technical interview, and third one was behavioral interview. The first interview in the virtual on-site interview was again technical round, and it was like purely a lead code style question. Initially I messed up with understanding the question, but once I was like 5 minutes into the interview, I understood that I misunderstood the question and asked clarifying questions, and he was very helpful, and he explained the question again to me. First, I solved the problem using n-square approach. He asked me if I can optimize it. I optimized it using two-pointer approach, and he asked me if I can. So two-pointer approach, I gave order of n solution, and he asked me if I can optimize it further. And I was thinking, and I took a step back, I understood the problem again, and I thought about the solution, and I came up with a binary search solution. So the time complexity was order of log n. This was like my best interview so far out of all the interviews I've ever given in my whole life. When this interview was happening, I was like, this is the moment, I have to seize it. And this was like a perfect this was like my very ideal interview, where I started with a brute force approach, and I worked my way up to like optimized approach, optimized solution. So that was my first round in virtual on-site. Moving on to the second interview, this was a little bit hardest round of all the interviews that I took. And here the interviewer asked me graphs problem. It was related to topological sort. I took like at least 20 minutes to arrive at a like basic solution, and he asked me to code it out. So for all the technical interviews, I coded all the solutions, like even the optimization problems. I had to code every single thing. And moving on, the third interview in this back-to-back interview was behavioral round with hiring manager. So this was not my hiring manager, but some hiring manager. Yeah, this was not technical round. This was like purely behavioral round. This was a difficult round because I was not prepared for behavioral questions and answers. Okay, this started with like in-depth introduction, and then I was asked to explain one of my projects, like the project that I am most comfortable with, and I was cross-questioned every single thing that I told, that I spoke about. I was asked about the design choices that I made, the challenges that I faced, what I would do differently, and all those questions. And then he asked me a lot of behavioral questions, like for example, what will you do if you're not able to meet a deadline, something like that. And I felt I could have prepared well for this round. I was not well prepared, but it's always good to have like stories for these common behavioral questions. And finally, after this virtual on-site round was team matching. Team matching took a very long time for me. It took about 1.5 months, and that waiting period was horrible. So the manager who was hiring me for his team spoke to me about the work that the team is doing, and what I will be doing in the team, and what are the roles available in the team, and for me to choose from. And then after this, the next day, HR called me. She asked me about my interview experience, and then she offered me a job and explained to me about the team, the location, and everything. So finally, my tips. This is just things that helped me and hopefully will help you. First step to get to an interview point is applying. So if you don't apply, how will you get to an interview? So apply every day. Applying at the right time is very important. Typically, you should apply within 24 hours of the job posting. So if job posting is released today at 10 a.m., within 24 hours, if you apply, there are high chances that you will get a OA or interview call or whatever. So the second step is OAs. Online assessments are crucial, and for some reason they make it super hard. Give OAs as soon as you get them. I made this mistake during my internship search. I would think that I'm not ready enough to crack the OAs, so I would delay it. And by the time I took the OA, either the position was filled or I wouldn't get the call back, even though I had solved all the problems, I had passed all the test cases. So I spoke to a couple of seniors, and this is what I learned from them, that give OAs as soon as you get them. Don't delay in giving your OAs. Give your best in OAs, even if it is an automated OA. Meaning, even if the company sends the OAs to everyone who applied, even then you give your best, because that is how I got my OA, and that is how I got through all the interviews. So how I prepared for my interviews is I solved company specific problems, and CodePath helped me a lot. Finally, wrapping up, I feel everyone can crack interviews. It's just about the right time and getting lucky. I feel I got lucky, and it's just about getting the interviews. To get to the interviews, you have to apply at the right time and give OAs as soon as you get them. And after that, interviews, I think you can crack it. So that was my interview experience and the tips that I followed. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Have a great day, and all the best for your interviews, OAs, everything. I know you'll do it. really well. Bye, take care.